For real, real. All the lovers of radio democracy. All the lovers of radio land. The voice of the masses. Hear this. Come on. Come down, selector. Come down, selector. 98.1. The voice of the people. Radio democracy. Democracy. Radio democracy. Democracy. Radio democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio democracy. Democracy.
Alright, the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. It's exactly 7:30 am from 2 o'clock station as we come to you with news and current affairs program. Good morning, Salo. Continue for listening to this fine frequency as we get so much more information for you out there.
Salon, morning Freetown, and good morning to all we listen to them where they tune in from different parts of the country and outside Salon. Live from a New Englandville studio, I welcome you to another edition of the program Good Morning Salon for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, na Tuesday, June 9, 2026. We're glad for bringing this edition of the program come to you. And we will bring this edition of the program come to you this Thursday morning. Me, Nasaptiu Kalon.
Musa Kamara, Nadinim. Good morning. We thoughts of the day say often excuses lead to weak leadership. We mean say plenty excuse they make law knocking ulwata. And we main point them in Saturday edition of the program Good Morning Saloon. According to the nurse in charge in the Thunder Hill Maternal Community Health Post, Nurse Yabum Conte, because the health post no get better facility, make Kumra and Beloma than Kindai. The big sister for the late Mohammed Ansumana Sano, where have been third year student, Miltimaga Technical University, Marama Sano, don't ask government for investigate how in brother die, as he alleged say, in brother no left na water, but now some people them kill him. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy go talk to the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chernobyl, where go give updates on different government activity them in the country.
Members inside the program, you listen we live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and from my partner radio station them. You listen we live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM na Freetown, Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio 1J 11.3 na Pujon District, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moi 105.5 na Kailau, Vopad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando on 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro na Pujon District, Advocacy Radio na Putloko District, Radio Katbami on 106.7 na Tonko Limba, Art FM on 95.9 na Moyamba District, and Tongo Radio on 107.5 FM. Morning Salon, you can ask a question or comment by way you go send a text message on its WhatsApp line on 077-981-981, or you're gonna Radio Democracy Facebook page and Radio Democracy YouTube channel. You can be part of the program on the different platforms on the different issue that they look at. Inside the program now, they start for look at issue and we take a first story na today program. One, Fatima Tamara don't go before High Court for sake away police allege say a thief inside Rokel Commercial Bank SIM corporate account over 250,000 loans when for do same corporate transaction. Well, for more on this issue, let me listen to a court reporter Fatuk Bakpa.
Inside May 2023, police may arrest and charge one Fatima Tamara with 2 counts charge of larceny and fraudulent conversion for sake away in thief money where over 225,000 loans from one Rokel Commercial Bank SIM corporate account. And according to police, this money where the defendant thief now for they do the everyday Rokel SIM corporate transaction na Shaka Stephen Street Freetown. And police been same way alleged say inside the same month and year, 1 hour Tolly been give the defendants Fatmata Mara plenty material when about 45 set man close them, 28 woman Ashoki close, and Boku and fan them with plenty other material them for go to delivery in a Kalbatong and the eastern part of Freetown. But according to police, the defendants have been go with them material for go to delivery as them direct them. In take all them material and turn them in own. And all them property cost over 131,000 leons. The court clerk been read and explain the charge to the defendants, but it not been take plea because this matter na committal proceeding. And after we magistrate Bremaja don't watch inside all the evidence them where the prosecution be put before the court, and been talk say the evidence they are enough for able to send this matter go high court. We make in commit the matter na high court for watch inside proper one. Inside other matter na magistrate court number 1, 135-year-old businessman Ibrahim Mansae been there before magistrate Bremaja for answer to 2 counts charge of larceny and issuing of check against insufficient fund, where they against section 2 of the Payment Systems Act of 2009. According to police, the defendants been give Salon Commercial Bank check to 1 Alusan Jallo, where value about 50,000 leons, when in no say this kind couple not they inside the account. And police been same way alleged say the same defendant been thief back 40 toner ink cartridge where all cost 80,000 leons. And this toner ink cartridge, according to police, are the complainant Alhaji Alusan Jallo give am for sale, but he end up for make am in own property. And the defense lawyer upon this matter been asked the magistrate for giving client bail. And after the magistrate Bremaja don't listen to this bail application, and decide for give the defendants 100,000 leons bail and 2 shorty, and the other say 1 party shorty them forget work or self for show proof of business na reliable institution. And he continue say the 2 shorty them for be Salon citizen and they for come with valid ID card them. And after a magistrate Bremaja don't give the bail to the defendant, and adjourn the matter to June 15 this year for looking to proper one for the Society for Radio Democracy. Mina Fatu Nyangijigwa for the report.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue to come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As we mentioned, it's a one power headline stories them today inside the program Good Morning Salon. They talk to the Minister for Information and Civic Education. We now Chernobyl, they talk on different government activity them. For sake of that, I want to welcome another program. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning from Bulena Radio Land.
Okay, continue for stay with we inside the program. We'll come to you shortly. We go inside the Commissioner, National Youth Commission, Joseph Madalahai, to ask member them the Parliamentary Committee on Youth Affairs for talk for more support so that the Commission will able to implement the 5-year strategic plan. Make this call inside one meeting where the Commission all with member them na Parliament Oversight Committee on Youth Affairs for talk about the 5-year plan. Well, Adeyemi Jackson gets more Igona reports.
The National Youth Commission, na body wey government set up for implement, coordinate and advocate for the welfare of young people in the country. Inside 2005, the Commission will develop a 5-year strategic plan, where this plan gets the way the Commission wants to do for CC, they improve the life of young people there inside the next 5 years. But for do this, the Commission needs support from different bodies there, like the Parliamentary Committee on Youth Affairs. For sake of this make, the National Youth Commission don't all one-day meeting with members then of the Parliamentary Committee on Youth Affairs, where they talk, the Commissioner National Youth Commission, Joseph Madalahai, explain more about this meeting.
We are here to present the Commission's programs and project status update. We are here to share our 5-year strategic plan for youth development. We are here to strengthen collaboration between Parliament, our board members, and the Commission. And the final one, we are here to build a unified front for youth empowerment. This is not just a briefing, it is a strategic alignment exercise. It is a moment to ensure that every leader responsible for shaping youth policy is informed, engaged, and moving in the same direction. Because information is power. The power to coordinate, the power to act, and the power to transform.
Joseph Madalahai also used the opportunity for make this appeal to members then of the Parliamentary Committee on Youth Affairs.
I call on you today to amplify the work of the National Youth Commission. Let our achievements be known and our challenges understood. I call on you today to advocate for increased financing for youth programs, because ambition without resources is merely aspiration. I call on you today to support the implementation of our strategic plan, a plan built on evidence, consultation, and the lived realities of young people across the nation. Your influence can unlock the resources, partnerships, and political will needed to scale our programs and deepen our impact. As a commission, I personally want to reaffirm our strongest commitment to inclusion, ensuring no young person is left behind, to transparency, ensuring our work remains open to scrutiny, to accountability, ensuring we deliver results worthy of the trust placed in us.
But waiting the 5-year strategic plan they talk about and waiting are some of the things them where they want to achieve. Mamadou Woody, Director of Programs at the National Youth Commission, he explained.
Why this plan matter? There is a youth dividend. About 60% of the young people makes up the population of this country. But they are faced with severe issues having to do with employment, poverty, majority of them in drugs, and unskilled. And so the strategic plan matters because it will address the high youth unemployment, the skills gaps, and the limited youth participation in national development. It matters because it is aligned with national and international priorities, and it aims to harness youth as drivers for sustainable development.
The Parliamentary Committee on Youth Affairs, responsible for provide oversight until the way the Commission they do, we make the chairman for this committee, Honorable Amidou Mansari, say them as MP ready for work with the Commission. But he say they implement the team them where they inside the 5-year strategic plan.
We are here to assure the National Youth Commission, we are here to give our support to the National Youth Commission, that we as a committee, our doors, our windows, our offices are widely open to ensure the National Youth Commission achieves its strategic plan as it will be presented to us. And we as a committee will ensure wherever necessary to make sure that this commission achieves whatever working with the Parliamentary Committee on Youth.
The Chairman Parliamentary Committee on Youth Affairs, Honorable Amidou Mansari, and for tell thank you to the Commissioner and team for the work they don't do for CC, they improve the life of young people them, and assure them say Parliament go work with the Commission for CC, they implement the team them inside the strategic plan for the Society for Radio Democracy. Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
From the reported program, good morning, Salon. They continue, and as we tell on today inside this edition, we can listen from the Minister of Information and Civic Education, where they can give updates on different things them where they happen. Well, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education are the body responsible for ensuring they give timely and accurate information to the public, but different government activity them as way for bridge the information gap. And the ministry don't they do that through different civic engagement where they don't they do all over the country. And inside this edition today, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chair Noba, they can talk about the Civic Day we don't be in Abuja, and the Huawei go also be in London. It will also talk about the presidential town hall we go happen at the end of June. Waiting this day about the revive of the Salon Print and Press, where we see they launch this BNTM, and give general updates on the upcoming ECOWAS summit, and also we'll talk about the EU letter to Salon on the planning of suspension of Salon between EU and Salon, and other bilateral related issues that we don't they come up. But for start this conversation, Mr. Minister, you go start with the Huawei people that don't know you for the man of civic, what would only see you don't do, and this now one reason for bridging information gap. As you notice, plenty to where they happen, people not just within Freetown but at to each area them not really know waiting government they do, especially developmental activity them. The recent one see do now they all been a Pujon Falaba another side them. Take we audience them through that civic first day if we yield the expected result.
I want to thank you again for the opportunity for come. Now always a privilege for with the outstanding team na Radio Democracy. And I want to tell Fambole na Radio Land plenty thank you for waiting to continue for participating in this program. So you're right. One of the decisions the President Bill take now for elevate civic conversation. He asked we na the ministry for bringing governments closer to the people. When we get a few initiatives them what we don't come up with, they help we for do that. One signature initiative now, which we call the Civic Day Series. The Civic Day Series, where they take top government leaders, top ministers, heads of parastatals, and go at a particular district headquarter town. We invite every single paramount chief, every single councillor, the MPs, the leaders from that community, youth leaders, women's leaders, all man when a stakeholder in the community for come together for let we get a conversation. What I tell them Apujon, I say we can't do enough for can konani. We work for una. So President Bill can send we still can konani we too don't do. So we provide a detailed update on various sectors. For example, education and health, always very popular, energy very popular. But we also go into issues, the constitutional review, tripartite, we they cover census, for example, all the time. And one issue right now, we particularly popular in a place like Pujan, like redistricting, so we don't create new district. Where would they go in them place then they? Would they come with real news? For example, we'll go Pujan, we'll go reveal for the first time with the proposed amalgamation. How would they, whose district, whose chiefdom in the common Abo, whose chiefdom the common Kenema, whose chiefdom the common Pujan, will they form the new Banda Juma district. This is not a very sensitive subject. We will go for land. We'll do the same thing. We'll go to Lunge, Musa Inton. We go there a few weeks ago. We also go reveal to them the first time, the map. We had the proposed map for the new Lunge city where the redistricting they produce. So the pattern we don't see substitute now that any side we go, people then they say, one, this is not historic opportunity. They don't ever get the opportunity for there. You see government ministers then come for talk to them and listen to them. Every side we go, family in this country, one for listen and one for talk. Each side we don't take at least 25, 30, 40, 50 questions. Because we go talk first, they will give them the mic so I can tell them talk now so. We will talk, don't we go na the mic. Then they ask we question, then they share them concern, then they praise we, then they condemn we, then they ask we for do more. All of that na part of the democracy. We see the hunger. We see people in deep appreciation. Even critics, people in the kind of the APC t-shirts, now that we're very proud of. APC, SLPP, PMDC, like how Bobby can say, P, all the party them, always welcome at the hall. And no matter what, we give the microphone. We know the filter. This is not one of the things that we're proud of. We know the filter the questions. They always they live across multiple media platforms in the country. Look, the summary of that we don't bring governance to the people in a way we not ever been done in the history of this country. And the people then they show very sincere appreciation. And I want to tell my colleague them plenty thank you across government. Because every time we invite a minister, head of MD, they come or they travel all across this country and we continue for doing that.
We can look at how we can get some of the ministers for attend and how committed the other sectors then they. But you make mention of plenty things them we come on at the civic fest them where you get this BNTM, Pujan and also Lungi and other places them. Make we start from Pujan, the issue of the boundary delimitation. Mm-hmm. When we get the Minister of Local Government now, we can ask him say how the boundary delimitation they go, how far you don't go. It can always say the process they on. From as a Minister of Information, what are the latest on creating the new district, whether the Banda Juma district, and how we get for Talek?
So the latest now that the Ministry of Local Governments by law don't put together the proposal after lengthy consultation. So the ministry consults with all the people across the town and all the experts. The law say them for also engage with ECSL and then for engage with Statistics Sierra Leone. When they don't do that, then they prepare a report and then they submit that report today with a letter to the first gentleman of the state where the law empower for make the proclamation where we establish the districts. Right now, the draft proclamation in front of His Excellency the President. And I make we get the opportunity now for show them, say, hey, we don't care. Now there's different conversations where they happen. When they make the recommendation to His Excellency, then they tell His Excellency, this is not the chiefdom there for this. So one principle, for example, they need divide no chiefdom. So if that chiefdom they inside Kenema, they want to take half of that chiefdom, they will have to take all of it. So they maintain the chiefdoms as they are. So some chiefdom from Kenema, a few from Bo, a few from Pujon, and they make up the new Banda Juma districts. And now the question now outside the headquarters town will be. So for example, they will announce the recommendation na for the Nazimi, people learn at Bandajumaton, people learn from the other, then they complain and will ask questions and things like that. And a part of the democracy and part of the transparency where President Bio wants. But the proclamation day with now.
Now the proclamation day with you say the proposal na for the headquarter town day na Bandajuma.
But keep in mind His Excellency then make the decision.
But that's
they don't get an options memo.
That's the proposal.
An options memo they get. Yes. And His Excellency now they look at all that and when they come to proclamation.
But you think they get time for look at all this?
Absolutely.
Because the Minister of Local Government for guide them on what you don't get that so far and you work on that.
Yes, sir.
And you think anything will change for making Mapele Chiefdom
I don't always say His Excellency the President cannot be second guessed. He get access to all the data. He listen to all the chiefs them. He just come up Puja not so long ago. He listen to all the people them. And yes, we provide recommendation to them. But in power as the fountain of wisdom in the country, now they make that proclamation. They once they make the proclamation, we still don't do that for lay the foundation. Local government minister don't do a very comprehensive and thorough work within colleagues.
How much chiefdom get for makeup of this new district?
I know we'll get off the top of my head yet, but as I say, the chiefdom they comprise and they come off from a few Nabo, a few from Kenema, and then quite a few from Pujon. Now they make up the new Bandajuma district.
So the Civic Day series now one way don't gain popularity and way don't they bring government appointees closer to the people. But Mr. Minister, in bringing all the government appointees here closer to the people, giving community people a chance for ask question or raise concern. After all that gathering, the listening and engagement, what can happen next where people can always concern of their dying needs and other challenges?
Well, I think the first thing is if I let people appreciate the fact, say in a democracy, one of the most important things for we get open access and open governance. The one that we study political science and go tell you say the original view this of democracy. In fact, the deliberative body na be a public square where all man they come and talk and share views. Just that opportunity there for talk itself na problem you solve because you know there are a lot of people and forget pent up questions. We debunk so much misinformation. Oh, did they? And there's a big difference. I don't say radio powerful, TV powerful, video powerful, but we team up in front of them. Then see you. You speak to them in their language sometimes. You just see the real, palpable joy and the power of that connection. So that's important. I don't allow discounts than the second thing, I can always come back in a cabinet and report within people then say in each district, within the major issues and they also directly follow up with my colleagues them. If there's an energy issue, if they say, oh, the ambulance, if they say, oh, this particular problem, a problem that can be solved. On healthcare, for example, this hospital, oh, no get quartanaya, this, that. I come back, I report to my colleagues, and they follow up. Then, as you know, we always do the quiz and debate first, we'll go with the young people. By the way, the quiz, the young people then go 5 rounds. Nobody don't miss any question. They were exceptional. One of the best performance of the quiz we don't see so far across the country. So we'll do that there as well. The winner of the quiz and the winner of the debate then get for Canada Civic Festival in December for representing districts there as well. Then we're in touch with the leadership of the district on how we continue that conversation. Within we colleagues that don't say, for example, we don't do at the district level, then elect the civil society partner them for taking at the chiefdom levels for continue. The chief them will they engage with them for let themselves go now and take what they know learn and engage on inside the communities and as well and whole community by. So this it really continue the national conversation and they promotes democracy.
So in another words, you want to see through the civic series, most community that we get challenged until the way we say dying, like access to hospital, school, and other one them it don't be solved through the series.
I know they say they be solved, but they say then they get a platform for them air them views.
But you don't think so they want more than just a platform?
Yeah, everybody wants more.
Okay.
But the Ministry of Information, now we own job we do. And that job they very clear for bring government closer to the people. Look, it's up to you. And it help with peace. It help with calmness in the country. You know, I don't know when last you hear about an outbreak of violence, and I have to tell you, say, me believe very seriously, say, part of the reason are that the people are no longer starved of information. In the past, disinformation it metamorphosed into communities, and then they use for mobilize people, take advantage of gullibility, and you see sporadic forms of violence. From Udon Kanaya, after 2023, where we don't really engage the public. We don't make sure, say, people then get access to information and then fingertips. The weekly press conference, like this week, so for example, today, we get 2 high-level ministers, health and energy, and they're on a panel for talk to people. We break down it down to different local languages we send across the country. We get to short video them. We get to civic day series. And by the way, one of the things that we'll do with the launch of the government printer, now for announce the first ever freely distributed national newspaper in the country. The first ever. When are the daily who don't take as well.
We can look at that. Forward. But you make mention that the civic meetings the Mona can get open up to the public. But how you can compose the panel? Because most of this panel I can see now government will command them. How you can consider the traditional leaders them or local authorities now the districts the Mona can go and even voice of opposition or minorities them like so, civic.
Yes, so the concept of the civic day now for let government go konani to the people. So the panel, the majority of the panel are government leaders, different sectors. For example, one very popular panelist now are the Director General for SLRA, because people don't want to buy land. All my one who say they make this land, they make him bridge, so we bring him all the time now. We bring so based on which the people that they want for listening to. Obviously, as I don't say education, health, the AG. Very important in the conversation, and the Minister of Local Government, very important, the Head of Statistics Sierra Leone. So when we go there, to answer your question directly, we as the panel, the talk force, but 100% would always invite the traditional leaders, the local leaders, the opposition. And then as I say, the beauty about the Civic Day series is we know they just talk. The first half of the conversation, now we they talk. The second half, we they hand the microphone over. We they always get a chairman, we did it at the council, irrespective of the party we get, we always get the paramount chief them, and we'll begin for time come for question. Normally the paramount chief and then sit down before, and then first they put their hand up. Would they exhaust them first? They all don't talk. Then you begin see opposition leader team up, he talk. You see women's leader for SLPP, he asking question. The youth leader they asking question. Some they're not to question and get to. Some then are just speech and they team up. They listen, we take notes, and then they feel. Then government again, this is not one day happen at this country. Many times they go put and say the only thing we don't see minister in our life now we campaign taking color the minister we come on for come back for campaign for the first time we see ministers of government they come to we ask them question, we challenge them, they answer with respect and with dignity, and the people of Salon don't show incredible dignity. Any side we don't go. We'll not ever get somebody misbehave, then we'll talk with passion, then we'll cry. One woman abo, they go down on the knees, they challenge me on the Kush crisis at the time we'll be in the middle of the Kush crisis. In that video, they go viral. We see the outpouring of emotion, but never disrespect. Never in a way that is like, oh, they want for calm, throw shade, but we are not. No, it's always with respect and with civility. It's something we're very proud of.
So, for the roundup on the area of the civic series, in terms of the head of MDADM, where we can see the take part, is it about priority or is it about knowing already waiting the area we want to engage, get question and concern on?
Yeah, so we get a few parameters that we use. Number one, we get some core issues that we're always there. For example, the AG local government minister statistics Sierra Leone, the one in there we always they try for letting on the panel. We can try as well a lot for like agriculture go today, but agriculture normally they travel, always there around. And then it depends on the district where they go. So we get certain ministers, and for example, we get particular interest at that district. We get certain project that we go to our district, we want to see people that want to know about roads are one important way. Any side we go, people that want to road service. So although by the way, Pujon, now the one district that they will go, they not get no critical question on road. In fact, the only thing they want for saying for tell President Bio plenty thank you, because the work of President Bio don't do not push on, for example, on road, is unprecedented in terms of the investments in number of roads, the road network, and things like that. So we see again, we're able to track governance response from the people outside the capital, outside the issues there, and which I'm grateful for.
We when you talk about Civic Fest, the source of funding now one way can raise concern. That's one thing. Somebody go let for ask. Usai Siba they pull the funding for the Civic Fest.
So not to Siba they pull the funding. By the way, another big part that we'll get with most of the civic days that we do at NRA, they always stay with me. So it's the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. This is how we mandate. And so first of all, we get resources through the government of Sierra Leone, through the Ministry of Finance. So that's one place and the way to at the start of the year, we'll do a budget, we submit. Oftentimes, Ministry of Finance will go with some money. We try to do the civic day because we want to do as many as possible is to manage the resources we'll get. If the money we get from finance, they do even 4 or 5, right, for the year. So what we do, we get into different partnerships with different initiatives. So I'll tell you one example. For example, I mentioned statistics earlier, right? So for statistics earlier, then get the census, and when they engage on making sure that the communities then get an opportunity to engage on the census and ask questions, so they can always get statistics good. So then they provide we some resources for support them on census engagements. That money it contributes to the civic days. We'll go to NRA, for example. They need for the tax education in communities. So we engage with NRA as well. NRA, they provide some resources for we. For example, the Pujon Civic Day was funded 50% by NRA. So they are very innovative means who they use. Tripartite, for example, last year.
How true is the allegation that the CIBA they ask or the tax government ministries them for gear money for do civic first?
I can try enough for respond to unfounded allegations. But let be clear. I don't explain to you how the money they come out, and I also tell you, say, one thing we're proud of. In fact, they ask no minister for money for CAM. Not for our press conference, not for civic day, no MD, they ask for money for CAM. In fact, we plead with them for CAM. Which we're proud of is we provide a platform for everybody. And one other thing we're proud of, based on Uda Lekna cabinet or Uda Me Intuna Padi, based entirely on this. We look at the press conference. No minister, not the way, don't see
no willing contribution from any head of MDA?
Absolutely not. Nobody know the task. We have a full budget based on who announce a civic day now because we don't get the resources for that civic day. So like I said, I make you see with Pujo, we say in partnership with NIA, who we want for Tell Tenki, because they give you half of the money just for Pujo. The regular partner they will get for civic day, I don't explain to you, we get statistics earlier. Last year, they use some resources through tripartite engagement. So we do that, we come up with innovative ways for say, okay, how can we raise resources within the ministry for doing mandate work? So if they go money now, say, okay, when I do some engagement on tripartite, we need to go do town hall just for tripartite. We put the money into civic day, and then we bring different ministries, health, education, this, that. We do, but while we did it, AG we can talk about tripartite, me go talk about tripartite, so that's how we do it.
So for conclude on the civic series, how many area you don't cover in terms of district and all?
Again, I will struggle for mention, but I think we only get about 4 districts remaining of all the 16 districts in the country. I think we're not go Kaila yet. We're not go Koinadugu yet. We're not going to Million Home District 8 month because obviously you know see that we do it last year. So I think, and then Western area, rural, we're in one place.
How much was civic first the cost?
About 500,000.
500,000 new loans.
500,000 only 500,000 new loans. We always have to only speak with old loans, by the way. But with new loans, we stop for use old loans because now only one currency we get.
So, Mr. Minister, let's talk about the other issue we get to do, the reviving and bringing back the government printing press with a very standard and high technology system. Also, we soon as state say the coming back of the government printing press get a 70% share of the Chinese government and 30% of Sierra Leone. We listen at them through our own able partner with the Chinese government for able get the government printing press back working. Later we'll talk on the partnership in terms of the shares.
Yes, so I'm really glad for the opportunity for speak about this because I don't see some misinformation on this issue. But firstly, I make clear, as I say, when I become Minister of Information and Civic Education, we've been left with a few institutions, and one of the institutions in the government printing department. By the way, I see somebody they ask about it now the legal status of the government printing department. The government printing department is a department under the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. And one of the things that we already do is we don't engage with PSRE, we don't do the consultations and all. And one of the things that we want to do, I announce again at the launch, that with the transition into a full-blown agency. This is something, a part of the reform they will do now for let move into a full-blown agency. But when I go there, at the time I select for say with me, brother Keketoma, we look at this institution, we say, wow, we have a huge potential here. When you see the infrastructure we then build for government prints, I don't know if you don't get the privilege for good aid, you will realize, say, the ambition of this place is huge. It was established in the 1700s, late 1700s, starts operation in the early 1800s, the first printing press in the sub-region, the second at the entire continent of Africa. Huge potential, but abandoned. It was a sad, as VP say, the government printing press become a symbol of abandoned institutions in the country. The institution, the way in the old days, they don't look, say, I also tell people and say, in the 1970s, the government printer now been the second largest revenue generator for government. So he get the capacity for pull money and contribute money into the government. Because keep in mind, everything now will print. All thing now print. Everything is printed. If you get the capacity for print, money, card, bank papers, everything. But because the government printing department don't be abandoned, it don't become basically a junkyard. Part of which you meet saying have been broken machines, they work for 10, 15 years, abandoned things, and the building be look dilapidated and all. So President Bio been giving a very simple task. He said, look for an investor who will come and get a fair deal for the people of this country. As I said at the launch, we go Eastern Europe for look for investors, we go Europe, we go in the Americas, we look at the US, we look at Canada. In fact, the first proposal we carried now be from a Canadian company. Will not be able to go through because they required significant cash contribution from the government of Sierra Leone. We were not able to raise that money. But we never relent because we always believed in the vision. We wrote a very concrete proposal for investors, and I go China in the early days, and I meet, engage the embassy. The embassy, anytime they meet potential investors, they refer, then they mention that me briefly about investor in the government printer and a partnership we will look for. And luckily, the Dimin Yiming Group, we're a printing company in China. We don't be in the printing business for over 20-something years. And we, by the way, again, somebody asked if they need printing. We actually shared the video. We went to China, me, the government printer, the PS. We went to China. We saw their facilities. We were impressed. State-of-the-art facilities. We invite them for council. We then come and see the facilities and say, wow, when I get these huge assets, we can put the resources and then we can partner together for that we do this. So we're very, very proud that we're able to make an institution will be virtually not be a walking dead. It was already dead. And we don't bring a can to life, not just to life, but in a way that the people of Sierra Leone will be proud of.
What's the total investment?
$5 million.
$5 million. I must come up from investors and I must come up from government.
So I'm really glad we asked this question. Normally, now with government, there are two major types of investors, of investments, yeah? One, now it's called bill, operate, transfer. And by the way, government printer, when we come in 2023, they been get a build, operate, transfer with a company we then call Excellence Printing, we call Ghana, and they run the place. So the people already complain about the 30%. I just explain to you what bill, operate, transfer mean. The bill, operate, transfer, the investor, they count in your money, and then get money. He come, he puts a machine them, he bill, he run the business on his own. They go nothing for a period of time.
In that period, for how long?
In the past, it's been 10 years.
Okay.
So that business, for example, we get toll gates, I think 20 years, airport, this, that. So then get different kinds of model there, right? The airport now 25 years. Now, we take that bill, operate, transfer model within the airport. So at the end of the company in tenure, so if not 10-year agreements, where the 10-year done, they give you now the entire assets that you get now. What you meet na government printer, by the way, for much inferior investments. They're not build, they're not focused on the property, they're not investing in renovating, they're not investing we don't call now be an agreement with a Ghanaian company. Okay. Called now I really need to explain this. The Ghanaian company, Excellent Printing, they may get a bill operate transfer. When I come and look at the agreement, it was for 10 years. Of that 10 years, they do not give government basically any money based on apart from the taxes they may require for pay. And then secondly, the agreement may not expire twice, then they renew them. When I come, President give me a very simple instructions, follow end the agreement and find a sober investor who will truly partner with me. We ended Excellence Printing. We give a notice of 6 months for ender. We end up without any fanfare. We transition them out. And now we get a joint venture. By the way, all other investors, they be also one BOT for say, oh look, I will take over, don't make money after. But the Chinese, we're too proud of, instead of a joint venture, they begin make money immediately. Like the day we then turn it on, become a joint. Then they start with 70%, even when they put 100% of the resources.
Okay, the $5 million are the investors that 100%
of money that they put.
So in this
but we dey
70,
still get
30%.
30% of the resources. When a significant increase for Musa Obinde, and then keep in mind, at the end of the 10 years, this is the beauty of this. The government gets 100% of everything.
The government gets 100% share.
So instead of a bill operate transfer, when them if you don't carry run and take 100% for 10 years, we get a deal, beautiful deal.
Okay.
Where then they work with we get 30% during the period when they run them, then do the capacity transfer, the assets transfer. At the end of the 10 years as well, after we don't get with 30%, then I will get
so
it.
So
It's beautiful deal
Una thinks
for the people of
this
Salone.
agreement really not a rational one. We make Salone on a more
I just
beneficial side.
I just
Because
explained say you cannot do a better deal.
That's in your words, but again, when you look at previous agreement and when you look at the concern of people, then still they take us 70% of the Chinese and come in less to us.
So wait till they
It's still
if
not
I
fair.
do bill operates transfer, we get the let them take at 10 years, then they take all the money after 10 years with the machine and then now on the part of where they dip up well.
How much money
then
would I
sell and give
expect
it.
for in that 30%? How much would I expect for they get yearly estimated?
Look, the expectation of the resources depend on the business. MA couldn't become the modern printing facility and the ambition not to just for here. Follow become a modern printing facility where they print for the rest of West Africa. Now, if you want for prints before you go to China, if for Kaya, because we get the same facility there, if we're not even able to print now, we, the company, will be able to go print in China or count for you.
Okay.
Because the company connected to a Chinese company. So it's a huge investment. By the way, we don't, waiting people and go see so we all mama they all are wow. It's only $2 million or the $5 million. We plan for convert that place for also build a state-of-the-art solar tank, solar farm. We also plan for continue for add machines upon machines for increase the quality and the scale of the prints we do that the country with the rest of the resources.
Money important. As you mentioned, government they get revenue, and the VP where they launch them. You see, in the next coming years, government will stop for fund the government printing department. Yes, that's the vision. But again, this now printing press where they handle government printing.
Correct.
And now the investors now they in charge. How much the documents them of this country, the private documents them protected from foreigners them or foreign investors them where they operate this place now?
By the way, that's a legitimate question, and I like that question there. And I'll tell you, say when we go to cabinet, same questions that they ask. That's why me no ever favor a bill of transfer for a government printing department. We know they go give them, make them run fully. We then don't 10 years, they give you back. Would I get for manage the document they did support? So what we did, we do a joint venture. Aspect of the printing we get for deal with, for example, the core, printing of the gazette, printing of bills, printing of government sensitive and securitized documents. The department will always exist. Within the Chinese they do, and the support we build the capacity, help we forget even better facilities. But those will be run by the government printer. Somebody they were entitled land, Mr. Salif Suma, when at the head of the government printing department. Entitled is the government printer. That will still be run by him. And there's a joint management team. And all this department will then get out. Then get joint people and they get the Chinese people and the Sierra Leonean people. One of the other things we'll do with this agreement, most other joint ventures or BOTs, then they fire everybody, then give them payouts and say Unaki left. We don't fit for the staff in our government print. We don't work there for 30, 40 years. We're keeping all of them.
Okay.
It's a beautiful deal for the people of this country. And like I say, we protect the integrity of the states. We protect the security of government documents. We keep the government printer when in the states we don't hire as that person the way they responsible for print government documents and all. We keep on board. What they do, we invest in the team. We build their capacity. By the way, this partnership include a relationship with universities in China where they actually teach printing. The idea is that over the next 2-3 years, we train over 300 Sierra Leoneans. Capacity exchange. It's a beautiful partnership.
So, Mr. Minister, in terms of the workforce of Sierra Leone and them, is it that the percentage also reflects the same when we say most of the work done are Chinese, whilst other Sierra Leone and them they at the corner?
No.
When are the state of the workforce of Sierra Leone and them?
Like I say,
with this kind of agreement,
would they keep 100% of our staff at the government printing department? One of the things we fought for in all the negotiation and really go and say, well, we need for that. We're going to keep, because President Bill believes in jobs for the people of this country, honor the commitment that President Bill make. So we keep it all. The one day they do, we invest in the training. The Chinese, they carry with few people there, but most of the people who they carry it, now for train them, for support their wire, for them for set up the infrastructure. And by the way, we just start. Now make up with talk. We're building a whole marketing infrastructure. We build a whole online platform for able for order you print now you host.
then we can't deliver to you tomorrow.
Okay.
So they build a whole system.
If they print or can do polo and government printing, for instance, if they print then kind of thing, then
already one of the best polo printers in the country. Already, where you go, in fact, if you go to launch, you see them display them, then t-shirt, then this, that, then can print with it by clothes. So,
and 2018 they can we got people they print plenty. You think the government printing will handle all them printings?
We absolutely get the capacity.
Okay, we need to go for a break. Continue for deal with the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chainova.
Access Bank Sierra Leone Limited, registered office 9 and 11 Lightfoot Boston Street, Freetown, Sierra Leone. Notice is hereby given that the annual general meeting of members of the above named bank will be held at the registered office, 3rd floor, 9 and 11 Lightfoot Boston Street, Freetown, Sierra Leone, and virtually via video conference and or teleconference using the Microsoft Teams platform on Friday, 12th June 2026 at 11 GMT to transact the following businesses. 1. To receive the chairman's statement. 2. To receive the audited financial statements of the company for the year ended 31st December 2025, together with the reports of the directors and auditors thereon. 3. To declare a dividend for the year ended 31st December 2025. 4. To elect or re-elect directors and to fix their remuneration. 5. To appoint auditors and to authorize the directors to fix their remuneration. 6. To transact any other business proper to be transacted at an annual general meeting. By order of the board. Signed, Company Secretary, Freetown Nominees Limited, 3D 3rd Road of Regent Road, Hill Station, Freetown. Telephone +232 76151521. Note: a member has the right to appoint a proxy to attend and vote for and on the member's behalf. Such proxy need not be a member of the company. A copy of the instrument appointing the proxy and nominations for directorship should reach the registered office not later than 48 hours before the meeting.
Bloomberg Digital Banking don't come for it.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Nah, bank they won't go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko cuts your eye.
But Abu left fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Not so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital, you can bank with freedom any side of the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloomberg Digital. And they could tell all me party them for join Bloomberg Digital Banking.
Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store, or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit our website, bloombankafrica.com. Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
The program na Good Morning Saloni, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get the Minister for Information and Civic Education. We did at the program, they give updates on government activities them, or we come with a look at other plenty issues them. Again, we get to do with government. And quick, but we go inside the big sister for the late Mohammed Ansumana Sano, we na been 3rd year students at Meltimaga Technical University. Mariama Sano don't ask government for investigate how his brother die, as he alleged say his brother not left na water, but now some people then kill him. He talk this inside one interview where he talk about one incident we happened at the Sugarland Beach, we say the alleged say Mohammed Sano been left na water. He talk more to we reporter Al Hassan Bangura inside this interview.
I'm the big sister of the late Mohammed Ansmana Sano. It is studying in Aminti Magai. It is third year. Now I'm the Minister of Foreign Affairs at the Students' Union government. That day, he called me, tell me say it go class. So whole of that day, we did na campus, stay then 4 o'clock, 4:30. He even put status.
This year happened this month. If you remember it.
It's now June 1st, Monday. So 5:30 now, my phone message and be the kind side. So I try for watching my phone. Now I see na the group. Rest in peace. Now la Jesus. Down under the rest in peace, they say it drown na Sugarland. So straight off, now call in the Ansmana in line. The phone ring and not pick. So now call back. So now one of your friend pick. So now I get for talk to that friend. That was 6 o'clock. I say I'm a small brother with Mohammed. I say I can talk to her because I see rest in peace. Now he say yes, he say not true. Now I say how comes you get the phone? The explanation first we give me. Tell me say Mohammed be the go for go asking for to get the phone. Then later back, what try for call and back. And not be facing at the same person caller. Try for tell me say how na one of Mohammed in Padina in get the phone. So straight off now I left there, I go na the campus. Now there I get my brother with my sisters na campus. Now there I call and ask, I say Alaji, I say I dey na campus so. Now they say in don't go match me go buy food. So now they then get for tell me say they say now then 3 go for go chill. 3 boys, 1 girl.
So then calling people there anymore.
No, they're not able to call them. So now I say well, I say I want to talk to the one there where they go chill. There I say I want to know how it ground. So now they then say they're not going to show me the people there because that they didn't net. But luckily from the campus to the beach they not far. I want to go down the beach and they say nothing will not for go down the beach. Policeman then they did, which of course we later find out say police don't not be did.
The students way give this information and stop you for going to the beach.
First then tell me say policeman and they don't later then say how they pass ceremony. Now say well una go able make like get on to them people there where they all be go. And they then say no, they're not go able. So we meet some the Fetiana, we meet some the Dugodogoyana among the students there. So later now they try for common gates now. Now they the bobo come. They always be hold the phone. They come on match me say go buy food. Now I say you go buy food. I say for don't left the phone to prezo because oh go na the campus then show me the prezo. So I try for talk to him for the phone. I didn't say he say the phone. He say the bobo gets allergy. Now I say then why you not take the phone? And I say he try for take the phone. Allergy say no they give the phone. He even tell me say self now for go call police for him because he no want give the phone. Now I know it make it hold on the phone. That's what he tell me.
So that's it is student union.
Then get the prezo na the hostel. Now be they talk to me so. So luckily we they try for return and host. Now they the bobo come. I say you can give me the phone. Now he say no. I not go able to give the phone until people then get. And I say no. I say that person there. I say I'm a small brother. I say give me the phone. I say it's safe na me. I say even safe if now let you give me the phone. We go over and to police no problem. I say but let the phone not sleep na and let not sleep na me. So now they say you know they give the phone. First it's hour for the phone. Later on another one bobo say Sam this phone you need to sleep na you know. He say this phone. He say oh don't see this phone. I say any kind way this phone you dey give. And later now one big man can talk na give me the phone.
So from then on I be report this matter to police station like. So from when I report what's the action to the police and take?
Now I don't care police station. We'll call police and take with statements. Now we'll go take the body na Sugarland Beach. Then call left way na Connaught.
Now you get any information as to how far this investigation on.
The information where they go on, it really boku. If them be tell we say no more na drown, it better but not to drown. Then they tell we say na chill and go chill. Then they tell we say na ball and go play. Then they tell we say na drown. Then they tell we say how na confusion happy within here and company the way feds come.
You will see your little brother in body when it can Connaught. So from the look of things within you will observe.
Now we all escort the body for Connaught. But what I will observe because me back now also medical person. The body, the fracture them boku. Even if we police they try for snap away, we they try for turner. This ribs here they broke, done them boss in eye, done this in multi so it get bush. So like what they try for turner, we later notice say them pull 5 teeth inside a mouth. So with the big papa government, they are really need justice.
Mariama Sano, the sister for Mohammed Sumana Sano, the winner been third year students at Miltimaga Technical University. They call on government for investigate how in brother die na Sugarland Beach. We then say he drowned, but according to them, they kill them brother. That's not an allegation from them, and they call on government for investigate this matter. The program na Good Morning Saloon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM.
The program they continue and they bring in the Minister of Information and Civic Education. You don't talk on key two issues them. We'll get more on the board we for talk about. Now we can look at another one we get for do with the center of attention we don't be Lunge as you just come on the Civic Day series, and also we see a projected project day in the Lunge City we don't start. So many people get view and concern. So man they file that project as a Lunge mini city. And this BNTM also we see President Bio go the author for see how this project go, because since this place get for host one of the biggest events when at the ECOWAS summit. But before going to this project come into reality and begin host international events, then let we audience know how this project come about. Is this the project where people on the foresee like for take the city to Lunge as the war within Afriton the lost its value?
So the important thing about this now that when we announce redistricting, some people then say now because of political reasons. One reason we make them clearly were wrong na Lunge City. Because by any indication, Lunge not a political stronghold for my party, the Sierra Leone People's Party. But when President Bio they make a decision, when they make the decision, when the government take the decision on whose side for divide, waiting for create and all, will not take into consideration just waiting the benefit we politically, but waiting the benefits the country. And that make it important the creation of the districts them based on again historical data. The creation of a new city in Lunge is something we President Bio don't always interested in. And the creation of that city there, it therefore come with the creation of different amenities for let we upgrade Lunge into a city. So one of the first thing we President Bio do for Lunge people them that it come and Tawase the airport for remain there. And they say we too for they do instead of we try for can choke this area, let we keep and support the airports because now one of the economic bread baskets them for the people in that region. And not just do that. It built a state of the art by many indications, the most beautiful airports now West Africa. President Bio Bilam for the people of Lunge. Something we're all proud of. They go beyond that. In the declaration, and I want to family know this, I get the proposed Lunge City map now where you ask for this now holding at the break. Areas Mayama, Mayaya, Lunge, Foronkoya, Kasonga, Mahera, Yongro, Mamanki, Rusint. And they make up the proposed new Lunge City. People who will understand that area, will know them place they don't call so. And also you get some familiarity with that. But it's not just enough. When you create a city now, you have to begin to create a plan and think about how you bring modern state-of-the-art facilities. And which you see happen last week, His Excellency go site inspect the new state-of-the-art facility. We could be the first international convention center we Sierra Leone don't get. He decides say let that convention center they be hosted now Lunge. And as you see, you already see the videos. It's state of the art. You get the opportunity for host heads of states. We will host the first ECOWAS summit. That's why they don't be the kind of salon because we not get the facilities.
Okay. So before
they also build a hotel there, a 4-star hotel. We get the capacity for host hundreds of people. It also, as you know, include presidential villas. We go host heads of states in the villas plus a convention center. We will make Salon people proud. This no more going for open the economy in very different ways. Because there are places and the people they need for go work, they not also Lunge people get for their priorities. They get for make sure say now anytime we get international conference camp, people must spend money into the economy. Whether they buy tickets camp. All lengthy and they attract what they call conference tourism. They will be there, for example, in my last job, we host one of the biggest conferences. I think one or two we participate. Facility not being in the country.
Okay.
We will make you proud. And the other advantage for building facility in Lunge, now you can come out, you come participate by any events in Lunge. If you don't want to come free turn, you
Mr.
don't need
Minister,
to come. But you still have been to Sierra Leone.
How the facility get for look like very key. But again, the concern about the agreement with UDAT, government and other we get this agreement for put this kind of advanced infrastructure up, waiting really involved. Just like how you explained about the government principles between the agreement between government and the Chinese. We listen at them through about this particular because this is not a very huge investment.
This is a very unique investment. In fact, I think we'll do the rounds for really explain waiting at the details of this agreement. Government partner with a Turkish company.
The same one for the airport?
Yes.
Okay.
The company we've been build the airport. So I think that they don't transition this company. I think they have a new name. I don't forget right now, but it's the same company. And now that company they work. So then take a loan when a government guarantee the loan. So it's a very innovative finance model. We give the opportunity for the country. So then they take the loan. We already serve as a guarantee for the loan. So the loan not in our books, they on them books. We serve as a guarantee. We can have media explain this. Minister of Finance did an excellent job breaking down within the components of this loan and how the loan they operate. What they happen, I make you see the company they go so fast because they're getting resources now and they do them quickly. Now as the company as the facility they work in, they generate resource plus government support now and go help for repay the loan as the guarantee. So the company is taken for joint government for run the facility over a period of time. And after that period of time where they don't make their money back, where they don't put into the facility, then the facility becomes
we need to go for a break
government.
quickly. Mr. Minister will come back to you. We'll continue.
You dey look for side for keep you money and for make you business grow?
Well, now the term is so for keeping money with any community bank or financial services association, we then they call FSA, where they all sign a salon because then a good party with good condition, way easy for the ordinary man.
They go guide you fine one, but how for manage your money for change your life and the people them and your community. Remember say when you keep your money in a bank where they near you not just they keep money for bye but you they help your community for go before.
So waiting you the wait, you be businessman or farmer, petty together, so you act person, teacher or anybody keep your money in any community bank or FSA where they near you and see how your life go better.
Tell me what you dey stop nonsense, now money dey stop nonsense.
You bland taste ice cream and you not feel like an ice cream? No worry again because Blue Moon ice cream don't come for you.
Blue Moon ice cream na salon that they make up and it get different flavor them like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, almond, bubble gum, plain yogurt, chocobar, ice pop, and different other flavor them.
It's available in all supermarkets and we shop there in Sanders Street, Wellington Street, Wilkinson Road, and Waterloo. Self, we work man at the worker with the push cart they sell. Now salon the factory day when they make this ice cream here. So get better taste with Blue Moon ice cream. It's refreshing and they give you more satisfaction.
For more information, you can call we on 077-633-633. Blue Moon ice cream, the taste of happiness.
Proudly Sierra Leonean, proudly progressive.
Have you heard of J-Man Group of Companies? Building businesses, creating opportunities, and driving national growth. J-Man, building the nation. Excellence and service in every step.
Fueling the economy and powering the future with J-Man Petroleum.
Protecting lives, businesses, and investments with J-Man Insurance.
High-quality tires and motor spare parts from J-Man Motors.
Guaranteed safety and protection with J-Man Security.
J-Man, together we rise,
empowering people, changing lives.
As an indigenous company, creating jobs, supporting communities, and contributing to economic development.
Innovation, integrity, excellence, service.
J-Man Group of Companies, proudly Sierra Leonean.
Proudly building the future.
J-Man Group of Companies, your trusted partner for progress.
For more information, contact us at 2 Adelaide Street, Freetown, or call 090-580-001.
The The program Good Morning Salon they continue. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still got the Minister for Information and Civic Education. The program they operate on government activities there. Before we go for that break, we'll be to talk about the models. You talk about hotels, presidential villas, and conference center in Alunge.
Yes.
My colleague asked you
the funding model. Exactly.
Yes.
So I just explained. So the group in name the FB group. I just pull up the information. The FB group, the total value of the investment, 86 million euros. Yeah, 86 million euros. The FB group puts up 15 million of that money, and then they take a bank loan of 71 million. Now a public-private partnership between FB group and the government of Sierra Leone. Within the government of Salone, they do now we guarantee the loan, like I say. We make available the payments to the bank who had a loan over the period of time, and then we provide tax exemption for the projects and things like that. The FB group has succeeded and put the 50 million, and then for co-manage the facility with the government of Sierra Leone. The PPP now a 30-year agreement with the state, so now over a 30-year period.
So in government printing press, you say the government of Salone get 30%. If this company they can invest this money, what are the percent where Salone will get, and what they get in terms of revenue generated?
No, this is not a different kind of model, because in this model, the company basically government they guarantee this loan. This is not Bokul money they don't take as loan. So then puts your money 50 million. What's in government they get right now is the assets and the revenue will get for they get any taxes and things like that. So for this one, a very different model. I make I say that different kinds of model. It's like public-private partnership model.
So this
because government wants the infrastructure and the facility. Like I say, obviously the company they operate, they go pay in taxes, we will continue to give money to the government of Sierra Leone back. But for now, it's about how we they pay this loan we they don't take for generate that money there. So we own partnership with them, because keep in mind now we are responsible for building state-of-the-art facility, right? Now we country for attract the investor, for attract the conference then, for give you the pride again, we're supposed to forget, for make the money we benefit from through what you call conference tourism and other amenities.
You talk about
so waiting this give you the opportunity for doing this partnership now follow work with them, for let them attract the resources for do this investments in the way that they do and so, and then government guarantee the loan, then they generate back over the 30-year period.
You talk about Lunge, the map for Lunge for being a city, and you talk about the hotels, presidential villas, conference centers as the beginning of that movement. But when government will talk about Lunge city, it talk in a three ways: the airport, the city itself, and also the Lunge bridge. This BNTM we see President Bio make mention of the Lunge Bridge. We say they give Salone people as bonus. Is it part of this Lunge City map or this Lunge City strategic plan we just read out?
So just for complete on the on this public-private partnership is when the bank loan is fully paid, then they transfer the assets now to the state. So
after
over a period
30 years.
of time, at the end of the agreement. So then it becomes fully back the property of the state. But let's come to the point where you ask about the Lunge Bridge. I think the president don't provide very clear direction on the Lunge Bridge. President don't make it clear say the Lunge Bridge is something we're aspirational. We will continue for seek the kind of resources for doing. And you don't give him what say it's something that he will continue for look for fend the investment in for do. But the fact say we not get that investment date, we not get the right deal date, not the stop we for continue for invest in Lunge and for make a state of the art city. But that is something we and the president make it clear say, by the way, when it comes to the Lunge Bridge, it's not a manifesto promise.
Okay.
It's an aspiration. It's been an aspiration for this country for a long time. It's a complex set of agreements. We don't get into very different conversations. And then conversations are the ongoing. For able to structure the right kind of financial model, we know we put this country at a disadvantage. Because one just will take something, this will cost about $1 billion, if not more. We will take something they can burden the country in a significant way. For example, you see this model I just explained, the country need for build a state-of-the-art facility and all that. It was difficult for us for Lobo directly seek a loan. So we were able to structure a very unique partnership with the FB group. They put some of the money, then take the loan. We just serve as a guarantee of the loan. And then we support them for service the loan over a period of time. We will still end up giving the facility. So we look for different models. And this government's not going for rest until President Bio able to find an innovative solution. But it's a commitment that he's made
as an aspirational commitment. Not even say na a manifesto commitment promise I get for deliver this power, but it's something that he's committed to, and that commitment that remains.
Continue for the way inside the program, Minister of Information and Civic Education. Now una tempo will take the first set of message them way una don't send, and this one will take from a Facebook page from Gerald Anthony for this say the creation of a new district, I don't see it necessary. It's only for political advantages. The existing district is struggling with basic services and adding another problem.
This one from Lawrence Lima Yani Jr. You say, how sure are you that the government printer is not compromised?
This other from Sylvester, they say, Honorable Minister, you have really done your bit, but can you confirm if you advertised it locally before going international? Maybe there could have been a Sierra Leonean partnership to take up such investments.
From Ibrahim Sisena Facebook page, he say, if the Mamama Airport agreement once promised national growth, why was it called unwise wisdom then? But building presidential villa at Lunge is celebrated today. True national progress begins when politics stops fighting development. Ibrahim Sisena Facebook page.
From David Joseph Aliyu, they say, can the minister tell us the direct benefit to Sierra Leoneans on all these infrastructural developments?
More messages inside the program. Good morning, Salon. This one from 077981981 from Pa Alim Wuri. They say, with all these modern facilities taking place in Lunge, does this mean that Lunge Bridge is now a dead project?
Another one from Super Caps for the now Facebook pages say the revamping of the government printing press is a laudable venture for the country. I can remember when I was writing my thesis to do final binding, the government printing press do an excellent one at that time in a cost recovery. We are just worried about the public-private partnership, what Sierra Leone stands to benefit, as we don't want to see a situation like the two-gate long-term agreement.
This one says, Mr. Minister, you made mention of Yongoro, Mayaya, Kasonga, and other communities in Lunge about the city. How does that work? Please explain more.
This other message say all this long-term agreement in the future, what if the SLPP is not in government? Who is going to pay, or is the agreement going to be changed if there's another government in administration?
From Alfred Kerfala Kamara, I say, to whom this money been given? People who attended the event, including those who were officially invited, received a very small amount that cannot even cover their transportation to and from the venue. For example, in Falaba district, people were invited, nothing was given to them. Mr. Minister, this is a matter of concern and deserves clarification. I think it got to do with the civic fest them, where the old and the copper we say una they spend.
This other message from Abraham said, they say, if the Mamama Airport agreements once promised, okay, that message my colleague already read. I will take another one. This person, they say all of these agreements are not clear and does not sound in the interest of Sierra Leoneans. Government should be thinking of improving economic hardship, increase access to basic facilities that ordinary Sierra Leoneans are yearning for.
From us, Fred Kamara, we say, Mr. Minister, regarding the total systemic transparency, which is work in progress, how much is the system-wide implementation across all government branches being made to meet the Right Access to Information Commission Act? The minor MD still lag on maintaining updated independent digital portals, prompting calls from CSOs for integration all governance data into unified, easy, searchable citizens portal to avoid citizens' perception of government being silent over public and international interest issues such as the drug lord Kingpin issue, the investigation on the fire at State House, the investigation at FBC seems to be a silence report of the outcomes. When are we going to experience a work in progress instead of a work in progress? These are from us, Fred, now Manchester.
This other one, they say the same Turkish company that made a bad deal for the Sierra Leone International Airport. Why not give chance to ordinary Sierra Leoneans who can invest?
Okay, from them messages, so they come to the Minister for Information and Civic Education. Plenty more messages than they. We go respond to them. We'll come for the second set. We'll look at some of them again.
I make a tell Fambul plenty thank you for the question that we ask and that then they pay attention to the conversation. This now what we think President Bill wants foreseen at the country, a democratic, open, transparent conversation. Make us start with the question that relates to the government print. Somebody asked if it's compromise. I think make clear say it's not compromise. And by the way, the 70-30, when at the profit split, not so the same reflection on the staff split. So on the staff, like I don't say, we maintain 100% of the staff. Majority of the staff for the workday, now the government of Sierra Leone higher than staff than there, and Sierra Leoneans them, and with the building capacity for them, we will take over. And I see somebody ask, he hopes it's not going to be like the toll gate. I'm glad because the toll gate, now the opposite of this agreement will get. Toll gates, now bill, operate, transfer. Then they operate until they make the money done, finish before we get her. With this one, we come up with an agreement, we'll not agree, we say, no, from day one, government, they get 30%. It's a significant investment. We will not put zero cost in. And then come in with both the expertise and the infrastructure. So I'm for sure people and that. Somebody say, well, if we not advertise this and the airports and the facility in Alunge, the convention center, so we'll get private investor them, we will come. I like that person there in confidence and believe say we'll get local investors they will go for raise $83 million and for mobilize that resources there. But if anybody win a Sierra Leonean, we get that kind of money there. The government they continue for invite them. We get the National Investment Board. We get different opportunities in there as a Sierra Leonean. We invite you for come talk to you. Boku other opportunities there for invest. By the way, even in the ministry, we get boku opportunities for investors. So if you're a Sierra Leonean, we get the resources. Come and talk to us. We'll work with you. We can invest in SLBC. We get facilities all over the country. We can invest in different things there. But for now, one of the things that we know is sign of health of a country. Now we're able to attract international investors, credible investors. We're able to get money from major banks now around the world. And then a sign of President Bill in excellent management of the Sierra Leone economy. And one of the things the Chief Minister they talk about all the time is the level of investment we'll get from around the world into Sierra Leone. When I sign, say they get confidence, then it puts the money in an economy when they don't get confidence in. Somebody also asks, say, well, all them modern facilities here. Who the bill so if this not the affects the bridge, in fact the modern facility there they contribute to the possibility say that bridge they go exist because you just can't put bridge then waiting people in continue for cost for. Now that you don't get a modern conference facility there, a convention center, a presidential villa and all that, where you go talk to an investor now, you just say, look, we'll get all the amenities here as well. We will give you more incentive for belief, say, more people are going to use the bridge. If not totally get for put yourself, we will increase your possibility for make you money. So instead of the point where the policy makes, say, it reduce with chances, no, it increase with chances. And this like commitment where His Excellency the President make and all that. The other person asks, he say, well, that long-term agreement here, where SLPP not good in our power, in case they're not in our power. The first thing I will tell the person is that we plan for the power for a long time. We plan for continue for win elections. Now make we continue for do their excellent work here, we do so for the people of this country. But secondly, everything we do now for also make benefit from the political gain. The first interest is national interest. But when you serve the people of the country, you also get the benefits because the people don't go reward you. That's what President Bill they do. But the second thing I want to say is that government is continuity. Not so we sign toll gate agreement, but the toll gates they continue. Not so we sign the toll gate agreement, but they continue. That's government. I make it go parliament, you secure these agreements, and then the government they continue. Except obviously if something very bad with the agreement, but the people who sign the agreement here, they also now make them get for trust the country because they go take $81 million. Now bank they can't expect if government change no more. They don't kick out that money. Nobody they do that. They are guaranteed. So I let people understand say that guarantee they exists. Somebody raised an important point about freedom of information, and I get very good news for this person. One of the work we don't do, and we don't table this in parliament now for strengthening the freedom of information regime in the country. One move from a commission to an authority, when at the highest body, we possible forget we camp on enforcement on freedom of information. President Bill believes in a proactive disclosure of information. President Bill believes very strongly, so for strengthening the freedom of information regime. So in this ministry, one of the work that we don't be obsessed with for my become minister, because it's something I care about as well very passionately and share the presence in passion for deliver this. Now for transition, the current Freedom of Information Commission for let become an authority and for add the data protection components will not be ever exist. So for the first time, we get a data protection and freedom of information bill. We did in front of Parliament now. We don't just submit to Parliament. We don't do all the extensive consultation. We get all the experts there, EU, African Union, ECOWAS, and in fact the consultants we review them say it will be one of the best framework for data protection, freedom of information in the world. Okay. And with something we're proud of. So all these 20% they ask for enforcement of information, a singular data point, we go get access to all this. We don't also develop a records and archives policy where they call the new law now in the Parliament. This is now also from the Ministry of Information, because that may not be exist. The old records and archives law is from the 1960s. It not be they compel we, for example, for manage public records, public archives in the right way, for make that public records and archives they available and searchable. We don't develop a platform in a gov.sl where we work on now for let it go live and for be accessible. We do exactly what that person they ask for. We want any government information. If you go to that platform, it's now like a Google for all government information. So we put the information there, you get access to it. So on all and every one of these points, President Bill in government, they continue for do this work. And we, as in foot soldiers, will they continue for deliver.
Somebody they ask you make mention of communities within Lungi about the city. How did they work? The person concerned.
Oh yes, there was a specific question about how these it's just like how any other city they work. The city they get in demarcation. What's it make in the city? First you get for develop, and like I say, there's a lot of work we go in, a lot of consultation, a lot of consideration for say outside the city in map they be drawn. We don't draw the city map, and what's in the make up a modern city? You get the amenities, you get the management, you get forget at the next election now, the people of Lungi go elect a mayor. And that mayor they will get your own council and how they run the affairs of the city, and then develop different kinds. So now where government they think of investment, where government they think of amenities. You get for things say we'll not just get a city in Aya or Bo and Kenema and Makini or Bont. We also get a city in Lungi, where now a modern gateway city, which is something we call it. It's a gateway city into the country. Okay. So that city they forget certain amenities. So the people of Lungi will be very excited, and I can't tell you, Sabtu, they hope them go reward.
By just a pronouncement,
my brother, we just don't go through all the investment, we call them pronouncements. Talk about energy, for example. Lungi, then very soon they get one of the best news. Will they happen next week? It cannot just be a pronouncement. It's deliberate, intentional investment in infrastructure. There's somebody ask, he say, what are the benefit of all the infrastructure here? That person I want to tell and say, countries are made of infrastructure. If you don't get infrastructure, you're not to a modern state. And President Bill don't invest significantly, don't build more roads in 7-8 years than APC did in 11 years. Even though I've been there. My brother, it's very simple. I want to pick up the latest version of the Daily Mail. It's a free newspaper. It's also available online. It's also available on all WhatsApp groups. We get all the details there. SLIA provide them with numbers. The number of roads we President don't build. Over 400 and something kilometers over this period of time. More than APC did in the entire time in power.
We'll come back. We'll look at that. We'll look at that more inside the program. Sabtu?
Yeah, we'll go for a music break.
Waiting well now we are. I say salon man and woman as a meet. Waiting do we sweet salon for well now we are. Where we get we gold, where we get we diamond, where we get we iron or white for where we where we get we rutile, where we get we bauxite. Fish in our water plenty, why for well we I say salon man and woman as a meet. Waiting do we sweet salon for well now we are. I say salon man and woman as a meet. Waiting do we sweet salon for.
Yes, indeed. That's na Daddy Romano. We call him Salon Man, Salon Woman. We bring for we inside the program today. Good morning, Salon. If you just join we still with the Minister for Information and Civic Education, Chernoba. We give updates on the government activities. Them we'll come back. We continue to look at issues them we the happen na government. We look at the EU letter. We then say send if government are aware or not, or other issues them. But for the meantime, we'll go for walkabouts. We continue the program. Good morning, Salon.
Another morning again. At Tuesday, at Tuesday, at Oya. Talk and go, talk and come. I don't know, even though we all know they're at the same side. But who are they? Around the Wilkins Road, ask the suicide that he buy that new oath. It Alex said the light, it don't better small. Not about small. Now make I can tell people say, when you do good, we go talk. Uncle Grant, the light don't better small because it not go and come, like how it didn't go. It Alex said that small people when I put na the power station, when I don't make it don't go school mine. Or maybe something like that the seat was. But anyway, we will try raise her up if not the 24-hour safe and other parts then of the country, no bad. That police officer when a Joseph the Dreamer, finally, they don't get speed. One thing when we like for IG Willow, and not they take all kind of bad in mind. Willow, na principal man and respectable man. Why see that video there? I mean, they talk, I say, I want to see what the police go do. And not say, then they say they don't sack her. How you police officer? If you want to be pastor, go to church, you don't know more, you say you dream A, B, and C. Now, why you know me dream say, they go sack you? When they can tell you, say this una mouth, una know how una the put am, una know the do am. Now you go know, who you go pull couple for feed your family. IG Willow, I salute you, sir. Then traffic lights, then back Uncle Ford. Mona, you know that the last jam in tell you say they don't better, but all them days they are back now the same thing. On enough and one off. I don't know what is the problem. If not the switch, who say you put on and off, don't and Bob do you tell me. I go tell Daddy like buy that British you can because in the time. But Uncle Ford, the traffic lights still no okay too. I get information say the Canada team where the female correctional department they go through, it's not easy. They say that the church of people then at the female correctional center, then they treat them against their human rights. I can tell you that say correctional center, government, civil society authority that will concern when I need for cherry in that place there. Think then they will not go on well mine. The correctional service female department, think then they will the apple way not proper. Now so back na the male department. Now so not all the wicked people and no more not to because somebody in a jail. You feel say you go do what you want for do to them. Remember say Gilead. We all can go there at any time. So what do you do? It go follow you. One letter outside that say EU Parliament want for put suspension Salon because of that baba. Now this I can talk. You see the white people there, the hypocrites, they kind know they. Una know the people, them bang with the parenting there. Una know they put sanction on them. Una don't grab, una don't say visa business, they know the protect and ayana other country them. Now Salomon, we no mix pa white powder. Una don't can mix we all day. But every day una dey give visa to politicians dem wey wan travel go. Why dey tell una say the white people they are the hypocrite? Una no dey believe. Wetin we own can do for people their own problem mine. But anyway, I can tell people say, better, low all day na ya, low see wetin we dey see. Ate internet wahala. Mr. Civic, I know say you na government spokesman, but them mobile company they are there all people that dey suffer. You dey buy you internet, you buy you top up, you not able to enjoy am. I don't know big waiting at the problem with them people here. Uncle Civic, you know say you na mechanic brother. I can tell people say anybody will come up from the east na wise man. Na two people can say, na so I can tell them say Mr. Civic na smart man. You see how they give with the civic session, now they check with civic to London. And say, bo, you are where you go then, they no to na no more. No so na get journalist and na tongue here. We don't the cover for una. Oh na to go election na 1 or 2 na go with them. No to na no more for to go. But anyway, you don't the try. But you are na for tell God say the country not sweet mine. Me na the honorable Piki Wakabot.
Program Good Morning Salon, they continue and we bring in the Minister of Civic Chainoba. Mr. Minister, you will talk about the Gateway City projects and Lunge as so you reform and you will make clarity on the agreement partnership. One other thing again we don't be concerned, especially from with Texter, is this a city we go there on its own or this na a Freetown city on they try for put in place? So
It's an independent city.
Okay.
And one of the things that we will not talk about it, what they do, we're very proud of. I think we'll launch them in the next week. Now the respite solar and battery storage project. So now part of the regional emergency solar power intervention, and through this respite project, we get 10 megawatts of power from solar and another 5 from batteries. Within this to do now for make sure say even when we not get sunlight, we get enough storage, and this day, they just contribute for support Freetown, but it increase Lunge generation by 100%. So I make a add on to Lunge. So Musa they ask about whether a city not just by way declare. No, by the amenity. So first, one of the things that we're very proud of, and we'll be announced we're going at Civic Day, is that this power station would on the bill will be ready by June, and President Bill talk and do is delivering it. We'll launch them in the next week. So now one big news standing for the people of Lunge.
So why the attention on Lunge? We don't see airports. You just concluded
because we are creating a new city
project and everything.
Because we need to create a new city. We need to continue for expand this country, continue for expand opportunities for the people of this country, and because President Bill wants and believe that Lunge now a gateway for people they can at the country, the first they come. We can we forget amenities there. Anyone for continue for open up the country and give opportunities for Sierra Leoneans for live in different places and live in again an urban city life. So this is a big investment.
On the Gateway City, this one say, Mr. Minister, will you are you aware that Lunge City is among is going almost 3 months without electricity?
Yeah, but don't just announce.
No pipe-borne water, no good roads, access to health care. Is nothing home to write about.
Okay, so
Trump na Mahera.
Okay, so
these are some of the concerns. Declaring Lunge as a city, the road infrastructure is poor. The health system is challenging.
Okay,
water availability. Right. These are things we modern city forget.
I'm glad you're in a Lunge, man. So first, low just establish that if na by how been the go by waiting be the plan 10 years ago, we know it's talk about Lunge today. Because we don't pull the airports commodity. All that thing we talk, so they were still the case in Lunge. But President Bill come, he don't double down on Lunge. Create investment. Look, the baseline is low. We agree. If you want to tell me the problem we don't did it from 60 years ago, I agree with you. But who's fixing these problems? Now you just mentioned energy. I just tell you, say 100% with the increased energy generation from Lunge. Respite is coming on, guaranteed this month. It happen. So now big issue. 2. Talked about facilities and amenities, access to jobs and resources, a state-of-the-art airport. Now, once we declare a city, now you begin now for move additional investments into the area, fix the roads, make sure pipe-borne water there, because there are certain amenities where a city is supposed to forget. Look, First, you have to have the vision. A place where people they don't give up on. We family and one say, "Oh, forget Boyanda, better not did it."
So,
President Bioka said, "No, we're going to double down. We'll make this place into some place where you will be proud of." And yes, we're not going to solve it overnight. And yes, problems still be Lungi, and problems will be in Lungi for a while. But wait, I will tell you, the assurance I will give you, and that President Bio in commitment, like I don't just outline in the different levels of investment into Lungi, absolute, and then investment in there will lead to a significant change in the welfare of the people of
Mr.
Lungi.
Minister, the gateway project within Alunge, we don't get a time communicated on when it will conclude. We are within this June period. That particular time they stand for be open up to the public. Also, want to get for host also the ECOWAS summit.
100%.
So it still happen within this month.
The ECOWAS summit and commitment have happened by the middle of the year.
Okay.
And right now, the conversations are about the summit will take place in the middle of July. I make you see His Excellency in Sef Gudi for go watch the project. They are over 50% completed right now. And I'll tell you, one thing about these builders, they're very fast. Then they go at breathtaking speed. The resources are available. And then gets the materials and follow them to this project. His Excellency himself, Gudi, for go give them morale booster and for communicates the urgency of this. These are people who don't build for many times. They understand building projects and all that. And I could tell you, say, the people of Sierra Leone for guarantee that this year, for the first time, Sierra Leone will host a state-of-the-art, for the first time in forever, will host a conference where they bring heads of state, where you can dinner here, who all will be proud of. Somebody asked about the importance of this. It's national pride. It's the ability to say, we say, can call the world they can't we, and we get facilities that will not the shame. We say the pride, the Nakiches, Semina Salomon, I will get
so
that.
The information out there was initially completion of this project now in June. Does that still stand for say this project to complete by June?
Make clear,
and
say,
post the event,
the events they happen by middle of July, and at that time the facility will be done, will be ready. The facility will be ready to host the event.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue to come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Away from the Lungi City project, we get for look at more messages them on then issues them more don't discuss. But Minister for Information and Civic Education, we see a letter they pass. We say the EU don't write, and the leader of the opposition in Parliament, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, published on your Facebook page that the EU Parliament don't ask Salon for handover Josh Laideka or then go constrain the relationship we then get with Salon in terms of funding. The government are aware of that.
See, Abdul Nami Border, I come in the Parliament, and I go for
so I just make that as reference. Look at if we are aware of that letter.
So I can now allow me land on this letter. I tell people in say na for TikTok, because if you always just want to forget bad news about your country, you'd be gullible to manipulation. And I know say Abdul is a good man, and I know say Abdul wants the best for this country. But I want to make it categorically clear to the people of this country that the letter where they circulate na social media, where we brother when a fugitive from the law, Kamarimba, and things say first poster in social media where other people then follow, is patently fake. It's fake news. And I will tell you this with absolute authority, that letter there is fake. At no point the EU Parliament nor puts that letter there out. These are people who are desperate for bring the reputation and the good image and the good work of this country and the government of Sierra Leone down for their own reasons. That obviously not to Abdul Kabo I talk about now. The people who generate this letter and they share. Abdul Kabo just fall for the gimmick and share a letter with a fake. But clear, at no point this look, different conversations there between the government and the EU, different conversations there between the government and other countries within the European Union. But with partnership and with relationship with the European Union, expansive, based on a number of issues and a number of areas, and on each and every one of them area then We continue the conversations and we're advancing. Nobody know the threaten we. Nobody know the hold a gun over we head. Nobody know the bully we. Nobody know the blackmail.
How we arrive at conclusion say the letter we pass fake?
Because me are the Minister of Information.
So you go tell me the method we use, because if you see the of the opposition at Parliament, they put on a Facebook page and you say it go good for like the public know how you arrive at conclusion, whether you don't get in touch with the EU Parliament or European Union.
Now they tell you now, so where you put a letter, first of all, me, because I study communication small and I don't think at this field, if I see a letter like that, I able to do like a very quick test online and for tell you say even the letter, even the language, I say this is not a diplomatic language. 2, we have an embassy in Brussels where I get access to the ambassador. 3, we get an ambassador of the EU to Sierra Leone where I get access to the ambassador. By the way, we border then at the opposition get the same access and they could have tested all those sources. A quick check, even if you put that letter there now on a your app and ask AI for tell you if not fake, AI they tell you it's not fake.
So
because of the nature of it. So I just tell you now, say as minister, me, I utilize the structures that were available for quickly dismiss the content of that letter as another desperate, sick propaganda attempt by people we want for bring the good work and the good image of the country, not just the government, of the country who all supposed for love. People and they were desperate, they sit down and author thing they like that for bring with that. It's not going to happen. We're going forward.
Mr. Minister, in line with the Salon relationship with international partner, we're not the current state of relationship or bilateral status of Salon and that of the U.S. government?
Well, with the U.S. government, we are in a very, very good relationship. We continue for deep in that relationship. One of the things they were proud of, the U.S. government and private sector investment partner, the DFC, in largest investments per capita in Africa is happening in Sierra Leone. And you know, so the new U.S. government particularly, then they think about mostly investment. And investment are there about alignments day. Per capita, the biggest investment is in Sierra Leone. That's one. 2, major other areas of, for example, the development aid. We all don't talk about the energy, MCC. They proceed at the rate we're supposed to proceed. That's about $500 million investment for transform our energy sector. That's continuing. We get the third country national agreement, which is something that, again, a lot of fake news been they say, oh, they bring criminal in here, or they can't get in the country, they can't overrun the country. We said no. His Excellency the President and in team, we negotiated the cabinet a very solid agreement. The agreement where they protect we say 1, no criminal no they kaya. 2, we insist the other people they can through here are ECOWAS citizens. We get rights for kaya anyway. So we basically not add nothing new. We say we protect this country, we do the right. And look, in less than 1 week, all the one day we then carry through the agreements, they all don't go back to the country. We facilitate that. We don't enhance our reputation as a country. We get the capacity. We border Patrick Robin. We run the company. They do a fantastic job with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, with all the other partners. Then carry no incident. They all don't return to the country.
So,
it show you say when it comes to areas of collaboration with the U.S. government, Sierra Leone are a dependable partner, a partner we able for deliver, within they ask we for do in that relationship there, and we continue to attract significant investment from the U.S. government. So as they
make things clear on Salon relationship with international partner, information is out there that Salon, the U.S. embassy and other facility is closed down. We will give Salon chance for they go to other country for acquire U.S. visa. As you there now, you can make that clear.
So let me be clear on this issue. 1, we not respond to information is out there. If there's an information, you get
the accurate and timely information.
Wait, now you get to come out from the U.S. government officially. The news what they take from the U.S. government is that they don't just hire and appoint a new ambassador to Sierra Leone. When you appoint a new ambassador to Sierra Leone, an indication of the relationship we get with that country there. In the time we will know say there's all these challenges with U.S. relations with some countries and the embassies. In Sierra Leone, I don't say, biggest, largest per capita investments, DFC, private sector, one of the biggest investments with the MCC, one of the one where they not touch at all, where they continue for invest, where they go, it's Sierra Leone. That's what we look at. We relationship, and some of these other conversations are political, rumor, and all that, we know they focus on that. When, if anything becomes official,
when it's communicated to us, the government of Sierra Leone, through the Foreign Ministry, through His Excellency the President, we will get a response. But until now, the relationship is as we know. We get the opportunities now. The embassy there is a fully functional embassy.
Okay.
And that's what we know.
The embassy there fully functional, but Salone are one of the countries that we know they go, or we US know they issue visa.
It's a ban.
And the memo we come out lately say Salone are one of the countries that we they don't get for the issue visa again. They don't reduce the embassies from 30 to 20, from 50 to 20.
There's no memo to that.
That's global. It's everywhere.
It's still a rumor.
So yes. Is it still a confirm say this embassy they issue visa?
I just tell you, say, when I see a rumor online or something that circulates, me get the ability and the access for confirm with official sources. Okay. So we don't engage the U.S. Embassy in Salone, and I can tell you, say, the news right now is they don't appoint a new ambassador to Sierra Leone.
No, they don't appoint new ambassador. Nobody. They don't nominate new ambassador. Nobody dispute that. But the issue of issuing visa here.
So right now there's a visa ban. So me, you know that.
No, where they get for lift time? Where they get for lift time? This embassy will be one of the embassies that we get for the issue visa.
I cannot talk for the U.S. government. I can talk for what's in the government of Salone. I can also talk for what I know say they don't communicate to we officially. Okay. And I tell you, say right now, the communication with the U.S. embassy is that the status quo remains. The embassy is in full operation. No decision has been taken.
What about the consular department? Is it fully
I just
operational?
say fully operational.
Okay, continue.
I say no change not don't happen yet. No decision not don't be happen yet, and not don't be communicated to it officially.
Okay.
No, don't check.
If
Mr. Minister,
I don't tell you plenty things. When we meet the talk. In make
become
minister. I don't deny 3 years.
We need for clarify if you don't get we get for clarify if you don't get from the US embassy that this embassy is still a functional when the visa.
Yes, sir, Mr. Minister.
Let me answer Musa.
Continue for the inside the
program. No. Help answer
you
Musa the question
clarify more of the issue
because I answer clearly say when any issue happen, we get the opportunity and the access to the competent authorities. And I tell you, see, we don't communicate to the U.S. Embassy, and they don't tell we say the status quo remains, and that the only news we can get for share with we now is the appointment of a new ambassador.
Okay, we don't clarify that. Continue to do it inside the program now. Minister of Information and Civic Education. Now we look at one of our headline. Also, the nurse in charge at Thunder Hill Maternal Community Health Post, Nurse Yabom Conte, say because of the health post, we not get better facility them. This may Kumbra and Bele Uman them don't they die. Well, for more on this issue, we listen to Alhaji Jallo as a report.
As the Ministry of Health na the body, we don dey work stronger one. But see say they improve the well body sector, except tap the way how pikin them don dey die na hospital. With this dem work what they don dey do over the past year them for improve the well body sector. But one challenge where plenty people don dey raise na that how to reach community them. No dey get the proper support where the ministry don dey offer to hospital and PHU center them. One among the community then dey. At the Thunder Hill Maternal Community Health Post, inside this well body center, they look after Bele Woman, Komra under 5 pikin them. For sister, they get the proper medical treatment where they make them go well. Where in the talk, the nurse in charge at the Thunder Hill Maternal Community Health Post, Nurse Yabom Conte, talk more about the challenge them where then they face.
Well, the Bele Woman they will get here, like here, so they cover 9 community who they deal with over 10,000 people in Naya. Kumra Bele Woman adults. Any year, they will deal with Naya. So if we get any challenge, we they call ambulance. If ambulance Sunday, we they tell the relative, let them find keke or bike. We the nurses say now for no more there. Page is small. We need let them help. We let them build page. It's small for the crowd who get. Sunday they get 4-5 Bele Woman. If they meet up, they get them 6-7 Naya. Pande get 1 labor room, 1 postnatal. Lack of water, we not get water. And if Bele Woman can born pass, we tell them say go get water. 4-5 rubber. Now they tell them go get senka water.
We then challenge the year where the Thunder Hill Maternal Community Health Post they face and self Komra them where they go na the PHU center they face. Make the Ago for Community Development and Empowerment Organization go support Bele Woman and Komra them with local food items for tackle malnutrition. With this, make the chairman for Ago for Community Development and Empowerment Organization, Patrick Makaya, talk about the support.
Now then they pass as a community for make road. But as a community, you not go able to get all the youths them, for instance, for come together for make one PHU. It's difficult. Would I go give the land? Would I go give the technical support? But for PHU, considering that kind of community, very difficult. So then crying at this community, not PHU, now for help them. It better may you look at the hard to reach communities, where difficult for make them voices be heard, for then kind of development, then for target them. The pregnant woman, they may not to nurse, may not to health person, but then they tell you say malnutrition they start right from pregnancy. If that belle woman is not able to get the right nutrients, then finally that picky way it get for born, it will affect her.
Patrick Makaya continue for talk about waiting. Comrade forgive them, picking them. We go help them go well.
So we dey try for prevent malnutrition. So when you want prevent and start them from that early age, we get what you call homegrown food. This is basically homegrown. We dey talk about sesame, Benny. In those days, we dey call Benny mix. But good testimonies and the winner just Benny mix a bit. So the essence here is one for look at homegrown food, where then go grow so that one the economic burden for buy sachet food with too much sugar they you picking the rumbele. Now we want avoid. So that is the kind of drive we really want to see. Let us also use with local ingredients for help we serve.
Patrick Makaya end up for column Belle Woman and Comrade them for use local food for give them picking them like Benny mix and other local products them so that them picking them go fine for the Society for Radio Democracy. Me na Alaji Jallo. They report.
Program Good Morning Salon they continue, and now Natem follow take a second set of message them, and this is what they take from my Facebook page where Abubakar send they say Mr. Minister of Info, make sure you talk with confidence, but again can you give clarities on some of these issues about Sierra Leone relationship with international partners?
This one from Ibrahim Sisse on Facebook page. You say Lahai Lawrence Liman's question is too sensitive to receive a casual answer. When someone who once served within the system speaks, his concerns should be treated with national seriousness. A wise man with a running stomach does not ask a stomach for directions to the toilet. Some questions come from experience, not politics. If the ministers avoid the truth today, the nation will keep the question for future reference. Unanswered truth always return with greater weight. From Ibrahim Sisse. Liman be the ask about if the government printing not don't be compromised with this investment.
But I don't answer that there. I answered it. Yes, it's not.
Okay, from Khalifa Alpha on our Facebook page, say, Mr. Minister, you're confidently sitting in Radio Democracy this morning, talking as if things are okay for the ordinary Sierra Leoneans. But remember, say, Papa God Day, nothing lasts forever.
This one, Gerard Anthony Fode, they say the creation of a new... Gerard Anthony Fode said the creation of a new district, I don't see the necessity. It is only for political advantages. The existing district is struggling with basic services and adding another problem.
This other message say with all of this infrastructure development, yet still the ordinary Sierra Leoneans are having key challenges to access basic waters, electricity supply, housing, and 3/4 meal a day.
From Abubakar Vasasi Amara, he said, why did the president don't put more efforts to the national stadium, which is more than 5 years now? The stadium is still not finished. From Italian Vasasi, the pride of Roque.
From FST, the big man on Facebook page, he say, greetings all in the studio. He say, blessed up, Mr. Minister, and happy to hear such a wonderful news for people of Kafubolom. We pray that Allah gives you the ways and wishes to fulfill most of the things you are planning to take to this part of Freetown.
More messages them inside the program. We don't send on 077-981-981. From Mystic Nadwazaki, say Abdul M. Fatoma, Mr. Minister, a popular civil society activist, has raised concern about the condition of EU building. Do your administration have any plan to renovate this said building?
This last one I take because of time. They say, Mr. Minister, the Civic Day series is key, but ensuring that people have access to livelihood challenges is also something you guys should not forget about.
Well, more messages them inside the program. Then we come to the minister for respond to them. This one from Michael Indove Lagao Monrovia Jr. They say, "Good morning, Mr. Minister. The build operate transfer is good, but most time at end of the lifespan of the deal, the assets will no longer be in good status at the time of handling over to government. If our government officials goes without corruption, our revenue based alone is able to do all these investments rather than bringing foreigners who can help to wreck our country for their own good. The BOT system is taking over our government."
Okay, Mr. Minister, over to you. Because of time, we're definitely not able to get all the message then. But if you respond to the one we don't listen.
Yeah, thanks again to the question. As I make clear, the question we brother Lahai Lawrence Lima be asked, I think I will answer about compromise. I think I don't assure and say we maintain on that. And government prints they continue for manage sensitive documents. And of course, you can attract investment without compromising. And I'm sure it's good to celebrate this incredible opportunity for the people of Salone. Somebody talk about one of the last question about BOT and the status and all. I make I say the government printer we decide not to go to BOT model because we've seen some BOT models will not operate well. Some then they where the assets get obviously a much longer life, but in this case we went with the model where we begin make profits today. So I think some people then for celebrate that. Somebody says civic opportunities are good, but we need for invest in livelihood opportunities. I want to make it clear, I say President Bill actually in a big 5 game changers, a big focus on livelihoods. And livelihoods, you need education, with human capital. You need agriculture, way for supports livelihoods. You need employment and creation for young people. So a key part in innovation and technology. So President Bill in real vision for this second term, now for create livelihood opportunities. We on job now for communicate that so that fake news no go there. I can't make it clear. Part of waiting also the support livelihoods now peace and stability. When you people get access to information, you get a much more peaceful society, and that's something we're very proud of. And somebody mentioned my brother Abdul Fatoma in commentary on U building. I think say one of the comments will be the one that they know that well other aspects of the building the way they good. So definitely that building they need some love. They need some refurbishment and things like that. We acknowledge that, but I am for sure that work they go on different aspects of the building. For example, the minute you don't take over Miata, and I see people who they go to Miata now will see marked improvements in what's in the happen at Miata, but they continue to get additional investments and opportunities and other parts of the building as well. But this is not a concern what we share. If we were there, they will lively. So we also share that, and we acknowledge say yes, additional work need for be done at the building. Somebody say, well, how na they go? None of them don't declare this city. I can always listen to this argument. Say I go declare a city where the rest of the district amenities are not there. Look, before we declare the city, amenities not been there. I can say this is a long-term problem. That longer you come out. Amenities, there are challenges. But right now, before the declaration and since the declaration, I'm glad for the other post we tell thank you for see the level of investments with the government they make. How are you going to improve this place if you don't get vision? If vision of the people in the parish, His Excellency the President gets a vision and a man where they look at things that are not and ask why not and build them and create them. And that's what we're doing. Okay. And also I get a major announcement on the presidential town hall. So I want to give me opportunity for announcement.
The quick 2 messages. This one says, Mr. Minister, we are saying the cell Jamba in secret now you building compound. And this one from
me not personally aware of that, but I'm not going to be surprised.
They say the people of Lunge we are promised multi-billion dollars industrial investment, but instead we are giving a structure. They were given a structure for the hosting of the ECOWAS summit with $124 million loan burden.
My brother at Sunday Scott, it's what they call an Eastern the sock circuits. It can always, they always come up with an angle where clearly gets a motivation and an interest. Not really interested in a constructive conversation. You're only interested in, catcalling, and that night catcalling message. So, the people of Lunga and the people of Sierra Leone know say President Bill in a talk and do. The investment we don't promise, we don't have to line so many of them. Just talk about which will they talk about right now. We get for happen just tomorrow. The Respite project. Now tomorrow they go open up. It's a huge project for the people of Lunge. And I think the ordinary people of Lunge appreciate that and then see the opening of that place. the investment they would bring Kande, and that's going to continue.
What do you think the Scots say, not so?
I
the government not being promised some of
I don't respond say the promises that President Bio make, he's delivering on those promises.
So
Respite the open tomorrow. I don't talk about multi-million dollar. What's in the happen at the infrastructure, not so multi-million, I just call the investment 81 million euro in investment. That's an investment.
So
they open up the space. You get forget facilities and for attract the kind of additional investment for the people of Lunge. When President Bill talks, he delivers.
So we see you take the Civic Day series international in London. Conclude with that quickly.
So two big announcements. Number one, the Civic Day series, last year we've been going to New York. This year we'll go London. And we're very proud that the Honorable Vice President, Nainga for headline, na London, alongside key government ministers, would go hold an unprecedented civic engagement for, I think, the biggest Sierra Leone diaspora outside of Sierra Leone in the United Kingdom. And so the excitement we don't see, we'll just put out the call for one day. In one day, I think we'll almost exhaust all the RSVP spots that we'll get, because people get the desire, so many people that don't reach out to we. People therefore stay tuned. It will happen, I think the hotel is called Westminster, the venue, and it will happen on the 18th of June. And then on the 19th and 20th, we get the Salon Investments Diaspora Conference where National Investment Board and VKMO Group, they come together for puts together. So we get basically a whole week of Sierra Leone activities in the United Kingdom. If you do UK, you do anywhere in London, make sure say you day in London for then 3 days, then there will be a lot of exciting opportunities, a lot of engagement. And then at the end of this month, I'm proud to announce we don't get confirmation. On the 30th of June, Tuesday, in Makeni City, the first gentleman of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio, will take part in the 3rd National Presidential Town Hall, where the Minister of Information and Civic Education they put forward, where they ask citizens all over. In fact, you can begin to see the flyers and see they for send you questions. The President Budede will answer the citizens of this country their questions directly, unfiltered, in a way again we will not ever seen at this country. So we want to tell the President thank you for the privilege we give for host these opportunities and for your personal dedication for create an open and transparent civic discourse in this country.
Ibrahim get an opinion, say Mr. Minister, for tell civilized person say in short circuit they out of proportion. Please reverse that statement.
Tell
Ibrahim Cissé, they ask you for reverse that statement on the text.
Tell him thank you for what they tell him waiting for do.
Okay,
reverse the statement?
No, sir.
Plenty thank you to you, we guest inside this edition of the program. Good morning, Salon, Minister of Information and Civic Education, the Minister of the Civic. Chain over.
Thank you very much.
Well, now this edition is lucky for today. We say plenty thank you to the man who make una get we na the radio land, we na DJ Keman. May Kamabango make una watch we live on we Facebook page. Well, we bring this edition of the program Good Morning Salon, Mina Sapti Kalon, and thank you also to the producer them. We make this program reach on today. Adesi Tata.